discuss about the chapter 18th of Gita. So the conclusion, the perfection of renunciation. Up till now, we have seen in the final things. In the what is the connection between the chapter 17 and 18? Any one of you? The main connection. Okay, the main connection here between 17 and 18 is to emphasize the goal of surrender to Krishna. So we got the password how to come out of this material existence, how to enter to Golok Vrindavan. That is Tat Sat. Yeah. So here also Krishna in the 18th chapter, Krishna begins his summary by saying when Arjuna is going to question him, how Arjuna knows that the renunciation of fruit of work, and we must not renounce the work itself. So Krishna reviews how we have to be dutiful, how we must be in the detachable work, which is it doesn't have any type of reaction. If we are going to do any type of work, we are going to have the two reactions. That is, if it is good or in and bad, or pious or impious activity. So now we have to do the work after knowing the password for coming out of this material existence. We have to renounce our work in such a way that we are not renouncing the work, but we are renouncing the fruits of work. And here it comes to first, and we have seen in the last class, last from 1 to 12 slokas, we have seen that how it is a karma section. How the summary of karma section means the summary of first to six chapters. In first six chapters, what is the teaching mainly? We have to do your work as a sacrifice to Lord Vishnu. Anything or any action, any chain of actions, chain of reaction, everything we have to do only to please Vishnu, or it must be done as a sacrifice towards Vishnu. So now coming to the karmic sections, now we have known that a sannyasi, is a person he is not attached to the fruits of work, but he is renounced person. So if you see in a varnashrama system, the first varna is the brahmacharya, then comes grihastha, then comes vanaprastha, then comes sannyasa. Means sannyasa is the highest order. And a true sannyasi, how does he do? He does not. He does not renounce all his activities, but he is detached from his fruits. Normally, a sannyasi he's having some set of regulations. He must not cook for himself. He has to beg alms. So there may be many conditions. But actually, through sannyasi, what he does, he renounces all his activities. For what cause? For the higher cause. See, now we can take an example of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada was also a Gruhastha. And after that, after when he was in Gruhastha, he started association with his guru. And afterwards, when he got attached to this Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, when he was translating everything, then he took sannyasa. And he took sannyasa and he left everything, all his wife, children, everything. Think why he has done that? Because for the higher cause, to teach all of the fallen souls the importance of Bhagavad Gita and how we have to connect to Krishna consciousness. In the same way, in our parampara also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a Gruhastha. On first time he has got married with his wife, and unfortunately his wife was dead in the small age only by the bit of a serpent. So later he was again married to one more wife. And we see, if the young couple are very man, they will be very related to both of them. So at that time only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was having his mother and his wife, but there were no other persons to take care of their wife and his wife. And his mother also, he left his and he took sannyasa and he started preaching Krishna consciousness for all the fallen. Here also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taken for the higher cause for preaching the Lord's mission. So he neglected because if it is for the higher cause, we can neglect the lower cause. So here the true sannyasa, what he does, he wants only the association of the Lord. He doesn't need any type of fruit or actions because he's totally dependent on the Lord. So he can't renounce his activities as per his circumstances, but he detached itself from his fruits. And also Krishna also concludes that the renounce order of the life is sannyasa, and the renouncement of all the fruit of action is tyaga, are one and the same. If we see, it is tyaga means it is just like a sacrificing something. So how we have to be doing? We have to work in such way that we have to renounce in the mode of goodness. That is, we have to be in a platform of nishkama bhakta, where we have to do our work, but not going to be attached to our fruit to activities. This is the main thing what we have learned. And also we know that how we have gone from stages to stages. So here it is recommended that we have to indicate, because, and in this Karma Kanda section also, what is going to be most emphasizes, that is the devotional service is the ultimate purpose of life. If it may as it is citing by past acharyas, Brahma Sutra, Vedanta Sutras, and many people are there, whoever maybe everybody they are saying, if it is in from Bhagavad Gita, Parandamam Param Brahma. So Arjuna is declaring that I have heard from lot of devotees that you are the supreme Brahman. So, and by learning all the different Vedanta sutras and Vedantas, who has to be known? The knower of Vedanta. But the Krishna has to be known. So here in this 18th chapter, the most confidential knowledge. What is the most confidential knowledge? That is the devotional service. The devotional service is the most confidential knowledge. What we have to try to practice it. How we can try to practice it? In the association of devotees, we can practice this devotional service. What is the purpose of this devotional service? That is renunciation and attainment of transcendental position above the three modes. Why above the three modes? If it is in between these three modes, what will happen? Because in the three modes, in ignorance, we'll be attached to our laziness and lethargy. If it is in a passion, we are attached towards wealth and others. If it is in the mode of goodness, we may do it as a duty. But we have to come out of this mode, that is, we should the sattva. Or we have to come to a transcendental platform so that we can practice this devotional service. We can practice devotional service in whichever the circumstances we are. But to coming to that state of Vishuddha Sattva is that we are definitely going back to Godhead. So here also we may have different features of Rishikesha, Aisha, but who helps to have that mental sanity? Arjuna also he uses his name because he wants to know everything clearly. So he can be equiposed in all the circumstances. But Arjuna is also having a lot of doubts. What can so he have to because these doubts are compared to the demons, because if any doubt is there, we'll be always thinking about that only. If we are doing some work, we can be unfortunately some hurdle came, so we'll be thinking thinking forcefully. We don't, if we are doing any other type of job also, our thinking is attached to that, how we have to remove that hurdles, how we have to pass through that. It may take little bit time, but your mind will be always thinking of how we have to clear that. So these doubts are compared to demons. And also, we know that what is tyaga? To renounce the results of activities. And sannyasa is to renounce the activities that are based on material desire. Only why we are indicating that it is material desires, because we have taken this temporary body. So, according to the body, we'll be desiring only the object. When we get that desired unmet, we won't be having any type of lust to it. So, which implies that we have to renounce the fruits and also work towards. And and some people are there, they'll say that all the fruitive activities are faulty. Is that all the fruitive activities are faulty? No. No, because it depends from person to person. If a devotee by chance is given even two examples, one he has to attend a funeral, funeral in Shana, and he has to preach from Bhagavad Gita. And one more second example is he has to go to a extinguished marriage celebration so that he can preach Bhagavad Gita. By outwardly seeing, you see that the marriage is auspicious one, whereas Mashana, it is a funeral that is inauspicious. But according to the view of the devotee, see, if he's going to see go for the funeral, as we just take an example of a Vaishnava, what will a Vaishnava do in these two circumstances, which he will be preferring? Any one of you? Maniprabhu, have you got it?
Sorry, Mataji, what is the question?
See, I have given two examples. One is to attend the funeral.
Okay.
Yeah? And the other is to attend the extinguished marriage celebration. So,
Okay.
according to the point of a devotee, what he'll be choosing?
Same time, Mataji,
Yes.
or different timings?
No, no, same time. If it is in the same time, what the devotee will choose?
Funeral only.
Funeral, Mataji.
Because
He'll,
we will attain Krishna, no? We will reach Krishna.
The soul will attain the Krishna.
Yes.
No, no, it's not that. It's not that. See, normally a funeral means everybody will be in the sad mood. So whatever the speech we are going to give about Bhagavad Gita or anything, the after the funeral we can speak a few words of Bhagavad Gita and few verses of Bhagavad Gita, and also he can donate need lot of Bhagavad Gita books to different people. So the Vaishnava will be always important. If it is in extinguished marriage also, if it is in extinguished marriage, everybody will be in Prabhajalpa. They will be in a mood of enjoying. Nobody will be having that interest to listen Bhagavad Gita. So, what will happen? Within half an hour, the Vaishnava will come back. But when he goes to the funeral, he's going to give Krishna conscious. Because when we see the two different examples in two different ways, if it is a Vaishnava, he'll be going for the funeral so that he can preach Bhagavad Gita. Actually, funeral is a place that is inauspicious. But by preaching Bhagavad Gita and by distributing the books of Bhagavad Gita, it becomes auspicious activity for a Vaishnava. Normally, by coming to this material world, if we see that marriage celebrations and marriage, it is a auspicious activity. But when we see from the point of a devotee, it is only the lavish necessaries of material creation. So nobody will be interested in hearing Bhagavad Gita. So this actually the Vaishnava says that he is a paradukka dukhi, so he'll go to the funeral. So all the fruitive activity, it is they are not quality. Okay. And there are some activities such as sacrifice, charity, and penance. They must be also be given. So normally, really, what are the five different karmas I told you? Any one of you?
Nitya karma, Naimittika karma,
Okay.
Kamya karma,
Mm.
Prayashita karma, Nisiddha karma.
Nishita karma. So, what is the kamya karma?
Um,
It is for our own sense gratification. Nitya karma, we will be doing this karma, these activities of action and reaction in our daily routine life. And Naimicha karma or the activities or the karmas, what we'll be doing only when it is in the marriage celebration or when it is in the Garbhadan celebration or Annaprasna for the child or doing Saraswati Puja for the child. These are the different upacharas what we ought a human life should have. There are normally 40 samskaras. In that, 16 samskaras are mostly important. So minimum of 16 samskaras we have to do. These are Naimitya karma. And Kamya karma, it is for own our sense gratification. Next, Prayashchit karma. If we have hurted something or by knowingly if we have killed some person. So for that also, for atonement purpose, if you are going to use this, It is according to different Vedic scriptures, we are having different atonement process. That is prayashchit karma. And ugra karma means we must not kill any of the animals or any of the human beings. That will come under ugra karma. So normally, what is the karmas we'll be doing? Nicha karma, naimitya karma, and prayashchit karma. Nirma, as a devotees, we have to practice these three karmas. Nitya, Naimitya, and Prayashchita karma. And the other two karmas, that is Kamya karma and Ugra karma, that has to be abandoned. So these are the activities. But how we have to do our activity? Without attachment to any type of results. Without any attachment to the results, and only as a matter of duty, when we do, yeah, we are going to purify our heart. Okay. Why we should do all this? Because everything will be lead. Because we know that Ishvara Parama Krishna Sarva Karana Karana means Krishna is the cause of all the causes. So when we are doing it for Krishna consciousness, we are going to get the higher Krishna. What is the ultimate goal? Devotional service to Krishna. A surrender to Krishna is the ultimate goal what we need to have. So regardless of personal level, whichever the level we may be, if we want to go for advancement in spiritually, and we need by following some of the prayashchit karmas also, we may be going to do that. So, and so how we have to renounce? If a person is there, if a person is going to be in ignorance person, how he'll be every time in his illusion. He will be what he will be doing, he will be every time he wants. As ignorant person, what he wants to is to be happy in wherever, because he'll be in very lethargic state, lazy state. So he'll be normally, he won't be doing his prescribed duties, or he don't know the higher cause of it. So here, if we take an example of a cooking in a marriage ceremony, if a sannyasi is going to perform any marriage ceremony for his disciples, well, that is for his advancement in Krishna consciousness for the disciples. If normally a person is going to cook, if a sannyasi is going to cook, he is going to offer everything to the Supreme Lord, and then he is going to distribute. So it becomes as a prasada. So he is also preaching. By cooking also, we are going to preach Krishna consciousness by distributing prasadam. If it is normally a karmi like us, and we are cooking and we are giving everything, what we are doing, we are just eating our sins. So if it is in the renunciation in the mode of passion, what he will be doing? He will be every time. See, I need to do Ekadasi. If somebody is going to be in passion by seeing all the others doing this Ekadasi, what he will do? No, in Ekadasi, they won't eat anything. So I must also not eat anything. So what he'll be doing? He'll be torturing he'll be having all the thinking of his mind, everything will be on the food itself. He'll be thinking of the food only. So he has not taken the food. So his consciousness is, I'm not eating food, I'm not eating food. But it is not coming from the heart that I'm doing it for Krishna. So what will happen? This is the trouble of fear and the self-torturing. This type of self-torturing is only for pride, name, and fame. So this must be given up. Or for only the bodily discomfort, they are going to do this prescriptive duties. But we have to do any type of sacrifice from our core of the heart, so that it will purify our heart. Means every time, what will be the result of this? Every time they will be working in a miserable state, discomfort, trouble from fear of anxiety, fear everything. So they won't be elevated in any type of renunciation purpose. They are not detached, they are attached to the fruits. If it comes to the mode of goodness, if it is going to come to the mode of goodness, how will be? They will be renouncing from material association, and they will be doing it as a part of their duty, as a matter of duty. But they won't be attracted towards their results. So, who is this person who doesn't have all these things? He's an intelligent person. If one who is in mode of goodness, if he does any type of activity, if it is spiritual activity or any type of activity, if it is auspicious or inauspicious, he doesn't take anything. According to his circumstances, he's going to do his duty, that's it. But he's not going to take any type of results, because he doesn't hate any type. He's doing it as a form of duty. So there are no troubles in the body. And he doesn't take towards we have to work in this proper time, place, and effort. So he doesn't have any type of fear of troublesome effects and other things. So no doubts about it. He doesn't have any type of doubts. He's just doing his duty to please the Supreme Lord. So he's an intelligent renouncer. Or you can say that is a person who does not have any type of fear. He's every time equipoise. He doesn't have any type of auspicious and inauspicious. Means he's in true renunciation or a intelligent renouncer. A true renunciant person means he declares that whatever the activities I do only for satisfaction of the Lord, and he does not give up all the activities. He does his activities, but he does for the pleasing of Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna. So he is a true renouncer to perform any type of to perform only religious duties without attachment of fruits. Means he is doing nishkama karma. We have seen many of the Maharajas, Ajas, and Guru Maharaj. They will be doing all this because they are in this body. They are trapped in this body, so they won't give up their activities, but they're always doing their activities to please Lord Krishna. If we take the example of Jayapataka Guru Maharaj, Raj, see, he's having lots and lots of discomforts in his body. See, normally, Illy to go to washroom and come, it is very easy for us. But if four members are going to carry Harry and you have to do your basic necessities, it is very difficult, no? It is very difficult, and it is very in an awkwardable position. But Guru Maharaj is having such an awkwardable position. Sometimes he's having transplantations of kidney, sometimes transplantation of different organs in of his body. But he's very determined to preach Krishna consciousness to each and in spite of having all the bodily discomforts and everything, he is chanting his rounds. He's chanting his 16 rounds, and he's reasoning, and he's also giving answers towards his mail, and he's preaching different classes. Means we have to come out of our comfort zone. See, he's always in discomfort with the body only. But by his soul, he's very active and he's very enthusiastic. See, these are the true renunciation, what we can see in this material world only. So they are not going to renounce their prescribed duties. They are going to do their prescribed duties, but only for the service of the Lord. So these are the things what we have learned in our last class. So how our reactions are going to become, and from different. So, although there may be good results or bad results that are coming from our religious duties, one works without any desires further, and these fruits are not subjected to them. Means they are in a renounced order, and they are free from this three modes of or three folds of reactions, three modes of reaction. What are the reactions? Attachment, detachment, and always they are in the liberated stage. And also the sannyasa and taga, they are both the synonyms of same word. And now coming to our jnana section. And now coming to our section. That is, we'll be going to take today's section from sloka 13 to 17. Any one of you, can you read the translations?
Hare Krishna.
Good.
Text 13. O mighty armed Arjuna, according to the Vedanta, there are 5 causes for the accomplishment of all action. Now learn of this from me. Text 14. The place of action, the body, the performer, the various senses, them, the many different kinds of endeavor, and ultimately the super soul. These are the 5 factors of action. Text 15. Whatever right or wrong action a man performs by body, mind, or speech is caused by these 5 factors. Text 16. Therefore, one who thinks himself the only door, not considering the 5 factors, is certainly not very intelligent and cannot see things as they are. Text 17. One who is not motivated by false ego, whose intelligence is not entangled, though he kills men in this world, does not kill nor is bound by his actions. Text 18. Knowledge, the object of knowledge, and the knower are the three factors that motivate action. The senses, the work, and the door are the three constituents of actions. Text
Yeah, enough,
19.
Prabhuji. Enough, Prabhuji. Today we'll discuss only up till here.
Hare Krishna.
Huh? So we have seen that in this Jnana section, what we have to know is the practical application is that we know that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the ultimate cause. And one who is acting in Krishna consciousness is under the direction of the super soul within his heart. Yes or no? Because in our heart, we are having soul and super soul. Super soul is always accompanied by the soul. So when a person is going to act in Krishna consciousness, he is under the super soul, the supreme person. And naturally, we are doing any type of activities, everything we do in Krishna consciousness. But everything cannot be done in Krishna consciousness. Why? Because we are not in that level. Those who are in complete Krishna consciousness are not ultimately responsible for their own actions. Means they are the pure devotees of the Lord. They are dependent on Krishna. But for us, as a sadhaka bhaktas, we won't completely depend upon them. So we are having five causes of action. What are the five causes of action? To more precisely, our consciousness is one which is not bound of fruits of action. And Krishna also refers in Vedanta Sutra that these five are the main causes. What are the five causes? It may be if you are going to do any type of action, whether it may be right or wrong, we are having these five main causes of action. What are the five main causes of action are Adhisthana, Karta, Karana, Chesta, Daiva. See, when the soul is going to desire something, if the soul is going to desire something, so who is the sanctioning authority?
Krishna.
Yep. Yeah, Krishna is the sanctioning authority. And how that will come towards Prakriti in the modes of nature to the soul. Yes, we know this triangle form. So when the soul is going to desire, we are going to have into if it is if the soul is going to have that eligibility, super soul is going to give that sanctioning authority is a super soul. And from sanctioning authorities, he sanctioned towards Prakriti in the mode of goodness, mode of Ashna, mode of ignorance, as per the requirement where the soul is there, as per the requirements, it is going to fulfill the desire of the soul. This triangle form we all know. Now we have to know that their main causes. That is Adhisthana. Adhisthana means where is the place of cause? That is the soul is entrapped in this body. So this body is called Adhisthana or the place of action. Next, what is the soul? What the soul is doing. It is going to desire. So what the soul karta artha is? What it's going to desire? That is the karta. Who is the karta? The doer. The doer is this body itself. And karanam. What are the karanam? That is the senses, instruments of action. It is desiring something. How it is going to desire? It wants a body tindi. And also it desires. How it is going to desire? With its senses. Or five working senses, five sensory senses. And chesta. It is endeavoring. What is endeavoring in the body? Where the soul is moving? Towards five different airs are there, no? Towards the life air. So this is the chesta. And Daivam. Daivam is the ultimate cause, sanctioning authority. Adhisthana means it is the place of action or this body. Karta, the doer. Karta means I will do. I am going to do. Hmm? What? Souls. Because the soul wanted to have some desire, it wants some results also. So I need to do that action. So that is karta. Karanam. Karanam, what its name? What it wants? It wants to, the soul is the knower of the doer. So here karana means the different senses, how it is going to have a desire towards or instruments of actions. Chesta is how it is going to endeavor it. How it is going to endeavor? By the different airs or by the movements of the body. That is chesta, doing some type of activity of chesta. Daiva means all that is the super cause. If all the activities are dependent on the will of the Supreme Lord. So these five are the main causes of our action or our karma. Adhisthana, Karta, Karanam, Chesta, Daivam. I have given you the three. The soul, Supreme Lord, and Prakruti. These are the three triangles. In soul only, I am dividing into two activities. That is Karta, Karanam. Karta is the body. Karanam is what it is going to be. Means the instrument of action. And Chesta, how it is going to come to him. By the modes of nature, he will do his work now. That is the chesta. He is endeavoring to do that. And Daivam is the ultimate cause of all the super soul. So when these main five factors, when these five factors are responsible to do or accomplish any kind of activity. So when these five factors are there, they perform any activity, whether it is religious, irreligious, when it comes from the right work or wrong work. Right work means following the prescribed scriptural duties. Wrong work is irreligious works or against the principles of scriptural injections. Wrong work. So these five, when they cooperate, these five things, then the action is produced or you are going to do any type of activity or an action. So here Krishna again categorized them into again three. That is that performance with the body, mind and words. Manasa, vacha, karmana. Again he divides. It means actions can be in these three categories, no? So actions can be according to sastric injections or against them. Or the super soul is the ultimate sanction of all the actions. But here he is going to qualify into again three: mind, body, and words. And if normally when karta is there, karta and karana is there, no? When karta sees that, he's a non-inter. If he is not, when he thinks that I am the doer, Nene Chesanu, it's me. I've done this work, so the credit also must come to me. This will be normally our feeling when we have done some extraordinary things or extraordinarily we have kept our strenuous effort and we have done something extraordinary. Then we say somebody is taking credit. No, then you'll feel a lot of different. I have done it. Why the credit went to others? So that is the doership mentality. Me, it comes. But if you see that, if is a non-intelligent man, what he will say, I am the final doer. Supreme Lord is not the final doer. I am only the doer. But if it comes to an intelligent person, what he'll say? No, I have not done anything. This is only the credit that is given by the Lord. That is non-doer mentality. Doer mentality, I done it. All the credit and everything I required. So if a non-doer mentality is there or the intelligent seeker is there, intelligent person, what he will say? He won't take any type of doership. He says that I am the non-doer. I have not done anything. It came as per the sanction of the Supreme Lord. So if it is in he will say that everything is done by me. So intelligent seeker, how he'll say, he does not, he does not foolishly think that he himself is the sole cause, and he does not get all the emanated fruits of that action. He's not motivated by false ego, he's not entangled. This is the non-doer fire mentality. Means all the credit is given to Krishna. He doesn't take any type of credit. If it is the doer. So we know that because he does his work as an instrument in the hands of Vishnu. And who is perfect in doing everything and he is never in illusion? Anybody is there? Some people are there. One who knows that he is the instrument of work and himself he is a worker to the Supreme Lord and has the supreme sanction. He is only the person who is in perfection. And also there are two qualities, that is the personal activity and responsibility. How we can get that? It arises from if it comes to the when we are not in the false ego, or we are if it is in the godlessness, because when we do as a atheist persons are there, they doesn't approve that there is some super force and there will be a godless civilization. So when it is, or when there is a lack of Krishna consciousness, also we can say that godless or lack of Krishna consciousness, it is one. So, but when it comes to again, if a soldier is there, for example, if a soldier is there, the soldier is going to kill the other soldiers. When a soldier is in the war, he is going to kill the other soldiers who are coming to attack them. Then he is going to kill the other soldiers as per the command of a superior officer. Then the soldier is having any type of sin? No, no, he's protecting for his country. So he doesn't have any type of sin. Or in the same way, if the soldier is not fighting in the war, if the soldier is coming to here, coming to normal society, and he's going to because the soldier because the somebody has provoking about his false ego, if the soldier is going to kill the other person, if the soldier is going to kill the other person, then and the law will act because it is in the community or the society. But if it is under the order of the supreme officer when he is in the war, nothing is going to take. So it depends upon where your instructions are getting. If it is the instructions we are getting under the Krishna consciousness and we are not react to it, then we will be under intelligent mode and we are not foolishly. If we think that we are only the doers, then it is that soldier is in the group and somebody provoking, he just killed it. The soldier is again put into the jail. Yeah. If the soldier kills the other party, many of the soldiers of the other party, then he is going to give this Paramveer Chakra or some other thing, the awards also, and they'll be glorifying him like anything. If he's going to kill the other person when he comes to city or anything, he's going to put in the jail. So two same person, but two different situations. So when we are here in one situation, if we are in one situation, if we are in the situation when we are acting under the order of the Supreme Lord, then there is no reactivity. But when we are doing upon own, there will be different types of reactions. And also we have seen that there are three motivators and three constituents of actions. So what is this three motivators? Who are this? The three motivators are the knower, knowing the known. Means knower. What is the knower? Who knows this? I'm the soul. I'm not this body, I'm the soul. And what is to be known? To be known is you are the soul. So, in other words, what activity and motivation by a person is the knower or the desire object. If a child is there, if a child wants to have a balloons, so what will by seeing the balloon, what the child will do? He will immediately start crying. If he goes to the person who is selling balloons also, the balloon salesperson, he doesn't give the balloon, no? At that time, this child starts crying for that balloon. So by crying, what he's going to, he's going to call his mother. So at that time, the mother is going to pay for the balloon wala. So he got the balloon and he'll be satisfied. So in the same way, the soul must know what he's going to be perceived of it, how he's going to perceive by the senses, and what he's going to know, happiness, how he's going to get. So the knower and the desire object and the goal of it. So these three are to be known. How these three motivators are to be known? Because inspiration is there, action is carried out by the senses, and effect is the work done, that is exerted by the karta or the doer. So these three are the motivators and the three constitutions. The motivator is the knowledge. If you take it in the philosophical way, it is the knowledge, object of the knowledge, and the knower. Who is the knower? The Supreme Personality is the knower of all the bodies, and the soul is also the next knower. But when you say, I have heard from one of the Vaishnavas in the class, the knowledge is that we are the soul. But this body, how it is given? I'm not this body, it is given by the Lord itself. So what Srila Prabhupada will say, no, this body is given by Lord Krishna. So we are the tenant. So what is the rent? What we are going to pay? The karma, what we are doing is the rent. If it may be good or bad, that is the rent what we are paying for this body. I would hear from the Vaishnava in a class where Srila Prabhupada was saying like this. So the knowledge, object of knowledge, and the knower. Now you know that you are the soul, but whatever the actions you are doing, that is the object of knowledge. And what is to be known? We are the parts and parcels of the Lord. That is the knower. And what are the constitutions of how we are going to do these actions? By senses, by work, and by the doer who is doing this work. These three are the constituents. So, and more we can say that uh, how we are going to get this inspiration to do the work, and how we are going to do this work, how we are going to have the impetus of work. Impetus of work is thinking, feeling, and willing. How we are going to do this? Anything, think first, what will happen? No, if you need to have anything, there will be some inspiration to it. And how we have to carry that work also. And afterwards, how this has to be planned according to injections or according to that work, how we are going to do. So these are the few concepts that are given up till now. The five factors and how these five factors are going to do, how there is a doer mentality and a non-doer mentality. And this will be cleared as in the slides. I'll be showing you the slides so that you'll be having a clear view of that. Open the slides. Let's shade it. Yeah, everyone, can you see? No?
Yes,
Yes,
Mataji.
Mataji.
This is the different verses. We have seen the true sannyasi, and we have seen how the prescribed duties and illusion according to ignorance, passion, and goodness. These are I have taken in the last class, I think so. No? Yeah. This one is clear, no? Five karmas.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
Up to text 12, we seen last class.
Yeah. From the 12th, we have to see. Yeah, anyone of you? Go ahead,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna. Text 12. Reaction based on different kinds of renunciations attached to fruits has to suffer or enjoy the threefold reactions of material existence detached from foods. He becomes liberated from all the threefold reactions desirable, undesirable, and mixed. What is the result achieved after death? Although various good and bad reactions results from religious duties, one who works without desires for these fruits is not subject to them. What about person acting in Krishna consciousness? Krishna consciousness person is always liberated since he is acting in knowledge of relationship with Krishna. Therefore, he does not have to suffer or enjoy the results of his acts after death.
So if we
Hare
are
Krishna.
doing little bit service towards Krishna or little bit devotional service towards Krishna, by knowing Krishna as the supreme, what is the result we are? Because we'll be in Krishna conscious mentality. So every time when you are doing little bit japa or chanting, ending, or if you are offering a fruit, flower or leaf to Krishna, or if you are every time never forget Krishna, always remember Krishna. If we are doing these things, what we are going to do? At the time of aim of death also, we may be not desiring any type of activity. So in the next line, we are going to become a human. This is the promise what Krishna has given us, because we are coming out of desirable, undesirable, and mixed results. Because we are detaching from the fruits. If we are unable to detach from the fruits also, what we are going to do, we are going to take Krishna as a center and we are going to do all the activities. And so at that time also, we may be elevated towards little bit. So we may be stopping at 10 points or like that in the devotional service. Then again from the 11th point, we'll be continuing in the next slide. So, in which way also, when we are going to do in Krishna conscious, it is nothing. Swalpam apyasya dharmasya traito mahatobhaya. So, whatever the action you do, if you're not going to be renounced also, if you are doing in Krishna consciousness, yes, there is no type of suffering in that at the time of death, because you will be every time thinking of Krishna. But here, we have to say that reaction based on renunciation. If it is in the renunciation, because he don't want any type of fruit to activities, he's doing all his karma or all his activities for the satisfaction of Krishna. The soul is a liberated soul, because he knows that he is he's acting in knowledge with the relationship, because the person who is liberated, he knows that he is not this body, he is the soul, and he's having an eternal relationship with Krishna. And also he is doing everything for the service of Krishna, for pleasing Krishna, or everything towards Govinda, or seeing that normally a devotee will do all his activities to please Krishna's senses, so that all his senses will be also purified. And next coming, this is the chapter what we have done today. So the conclusion of Sankhya and the Vedanta means here action directed by the super souls bring freedom from reaction. So Krishna cites Vedanta and analyzes activities are compromising of 5 factors that help in performing different activities without becoming a bondage. Most prominent of these factors is the super soul. Acting under the super soul direction, one is unaffected by the reactions of his actions. Means here we are doing Nishkama Karma. Hare Krishna, any one of you?
Hare Krishna. Text 13 to 14. 5 causes of action. Karta. Okay. Ultimate cause. Daivam. Super soul. All our activities depend on his will sanction. Abhish,
Adhishtanam.
abhish,
Adhishtanam.
Adhishtanam, place of action, body, material cause, karta, soul, the door,
The doer.
karanam, senses of instruments of actions,
Chesta.
material cause, sesta, endeavor or efforts, material cause, karta, the door consciousness reflected in false ego, karta refers to soul because he is acting to bring about the results of his activity. Supporting reference for soul as the knower and door, Prashna, Upanishad, Vedanta Sutra.
Krishna Upanishad.
Person acting in Krishna consciousness, naturally not bound by any activity, since acting under direction of super soul in heart, those in complete Krishna consciousness are not ultimately responsible for their actions. Hare Krishna.
Here what we are doing? Here the karta and chesta. I don't know the two main reasons. The soul desires, the super soul sanctions, prakriti, in the form of prakriti, it comes to different modes. By the different modes of nature, it comes to the soul again. So in this way only, here Adhisthanam is the place of body. By seeing only it is going to do, no, that is the karanam. By the senses of action. Who is desiring this? The karta, the soul is desiring. This chesta, how it's going to plan it. If the soul is desiring and it is not sanctioned by the daivam or the super soul, is the activity going to be success? Everything depends upon the super soul. So activity becomes zero. If you are going to do any type of action also, you need all these 5 factors. The soul desires. The soul desires. How the soul is going to desire? When it takes a body, it desires. How it's going to desire? Through its senses. And through its senses, if it is sanctioned by the Supreme Lord, it comes as the endeavor of efforts. Then the 5 causes of actions are going to take place. So it is not, if anything is not sanctioned by the Supreme Lord, it doesn't have any type of action. If it is sanctioned by the Supreme Lord, these 5 causes of action support it. Because we know that the soul is not the doer. Who is the doer? The super soul. The super soul is the sanctioning, and the prakriti, by the different modes of nature, the prakriti is the doer. We are not the doer. So here, actually, here Krishna refers to Vedanta Sutra. By Vedanta Sutra, different principles of that. He is giving that this results everything. Karta refers to the soul, and the results of all the activities come towards him. So, but when it is coming towards renunciation of this, everything is completely possible because all the actions are done. Please, Krishna. How we are going to please the 5 causes corporate to perform? Adhishtanam, senses, chesta, karta, daivam, everything. Body, mind, and speech are there if they are going to do right and wrong activities. What are the right activities? That as per our scriptural knowledge, if we are going to do some activities or some karmas, then it comes towards right activities. If body, mind, speech, we are doing some against the scriptural regions, that comes to us irreligious functions or irreligious state. If it is religious or irreligious, it depends upon the soul. If it is in the artistic mode or if it is the body of the devotee, it is. So how was the non-intelligent seeker see? He does not consider because he is a non-intelligent speaker is he'll be in the mode of ignorance and or passion. So at that time, he does not consider the supreme doer as a final doer. Who is doing everything? Sarvakarana Karanam is Lord Krishna. But he's a non-intelligent fellow. So he's in the mode of ignorance. So he doesn't know what is what. So at that time, he thinks that I am the doer. So here the doership mentality comes. If it is not intelligence, to consider oneself as independent doer of one's actions. Me. I, me. It is mine. Me and mine will be arising. For non-doer. non-intelligent man, or the doership mentality. For an intelligent person, what it will be? Everything is done for, and he is not intelligent. If he is non-intelligent, he is wound up in the cycle of life and birth again and again. But for the intelligent seeker, how he will be? One who does not foolishly think himself as the sole cause and is unattached to the fruits and is not bound up by his actions. He is not motivated by false ego. Intelligence is not entangled. Means he's free or he's a liberated person. See, who is perfect at doing everything and never in illusion? One who knows the instruments of work himself as the worker and the supreme lord as the supreme sanction. Means intelligent person. Why some is acting under illusion? Why some people are acting under illusion? Because of their personal activity and responsibility, because of their false ego, or godlessness, civilization, or lack of Krishna consciousness. They are in the mode of doership mentality. Then how about the Krishna conscious people? Every time they are under the protection of the Supreme Personality. So they are non-reactive, just like the soldier killing under the command of a Supreme Officer. So in this way, the intelligent seeker is going to work for his activities. And coming to this 18th. Go ahead, Prabhuji. Any one of you.
Hare Krishna. Text 18. Three impetus, motivators, and three constituents of actions. Action is motivated by knowing the known. Activity is motivated by a person, knower, perceiving a desirable object goal. Being thus inspired action is carried out by senses with effort work, exerted by karta, doer. Three impetus, nayam, object of knowledge, jnanam, knowledge, pari,
Parijanta.
parina, parijanta. Okay, parijanta, the knower. Three constituents, karma, the work, karanam, the senses, kartati, the doer. Any
Explain this.
work done has these elements.
Explain this chat.
Okay.
Just raise. Try it, Prabhu. You'll know it.
Okay. Nayam is the object of knowledge. Jnanam is the knowledge, the three impetus. Parijanta, the knower.
Parigyanta.
Yeah.
The knower. Who is the knower? Who is doing
The
the
knower
activity?
is Parijanta, no? Parijanta, I don't know what is this, mother.
No, it is a Sanskrit term. Parigyata.
Okay.
Parigyata. Here, Jnana
Parigyata.
means the knowledge. What is the knowledge you are having? You are not this body, you are the soul. You are having an eternal relation to the Lord Supreme Person. And you are the parts and parcels of Lord Krishna. That is the knowledge you are having. So, what is the object of your knowledge? You know, he is the person. He is the person. So, how you are doing? By your senses, by your body and mind, you are going to know this knowledge. Yes? So, that is the object of knowledge. And who is the knower of that knowledge? You are the person, no. You are the desired object. Jnanam, knowledge. Jnayam, object of the knowledge. Who is the object of the knowledge? The Supreme Person. And the knower. Who is the knower here? The Supreme Person is the knower. Or you are the knower. Because Supreme Person knows that in all the bodies he is in the state of Paramatma. And your soul also knows that this is the temporary body where you are going to stay. So these are two knowers. One knower is Supreme Soul and the other knower is the soul. A soul can know only one body. But the super soul can know all the bodies of the universe. whichever maybe it be. So the two knowers. So who is to be known? The Supreme Soul. And the soul is also a knower. These three are the motivators. What? And now how you are going to do your work activity. So that is how you are going to pursue it by your senses, working senses and the senses. And who is going to do it? I am going to do. So I am the doer. So with the six constitutions, any activity can be done. For this, I think so this will be a little confusing. So now you see. Just go through the slide. Anyone of you can read?
Hare Krishna.
Go ahead.
Karma Sangraha,
Karma Sangraha.
accumulation of work. Before one acts, there is some impetus which is called inspiration. Inspiration to work is same if it comes from scripture, guru. Work planning, subtle form of action. The actual activity takes place by the help of the senses, including the mind, which is the center of all the senses. Actual activity, action. Any solutions arrived at before work is actualized is subtle form of work. Then work takes the form of action. Hare Krishna. Here on this. First one has to undergo the physiological process of thinking, feeling, and willing, and that is called impetus.
See,
Hare
if
Krishna.
I need Hare Krishna, if I need to do any type of activity, I need to have a thinking of that. I need to have feeling and willing to do that work. So how I'll get that? I got and some inspiration, or if I'm going to think about I wanted to build a nice home or a nice villa. So while I'm crossing one road in a car or a cab, when I see that the villa, I feel that I too want to build such a villa. So at that time, what I got the start, that is the idea, that is the inspiration. Hmm? So here, inspiration in our spiritual journey, inspiration comes from scriptures or guru. Why? Because guru knows the actual truth. And by reading different scriptures, we may be also knowing two words. So from guru and scriptures, we are getting this idea. In materially, I'm saying about that villa. So when I got that idea, I need to build this base villa. So at that time, what I'll be doing in my mind? So object is fixed. What is the object? Villa is fixed. So now I need to have this planning section. So certainly what I will do, how we have to work, how I have to take this. So from where I'm going to get this money? From different from bank I can take loan, or from my friends can I take, or can I afford whatever that is balance that is having from my jewels, or little bit of constitution from my amount. How I can accumulate that money so that I can bring that villa to me, or to build a villa, the same villa, at different place. So that will be my certain form of action. Means how I have to do that action. So after knowing, after getting this amount and other things, so what will I do? How is this villa arranged? So I wanted to have that the same design, same everything. So after that, after certain work planning is done, then I'll put everything towards action. So this action is including all the type of my senses, mind, and putting all the senses, and this senses also how I put to satisfy my desire. So in this way, all the three motivators and the three constituents are going to be accumulate to my accumulation of work. So the action is going to be performed. You understood this? The three doers, three motivators, and three constituents. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, did you get this? I have given the
Yes,
same
Mataji.
example. This philosophical point of view is different, and material example, I have given the same example. Of course, relatedly, we can understand easily.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, this you got, no? And we'll go back to here also. Jnanam, the knowledge. Gneyam, object of knowledge. What is the object of knowledge to be known? The Supreme Personality. The knower is you and the Supreme Lord. Two knowers are there, no? One knower is you also. Prajnana. And how we are going to work? By your senses, you are going to work. You are going to be. By work, how you are going to do? You are the doer. By senses, you are going to do your planning. And actual work is going to do. That is your karma. Karta Karanam Karma. You got this?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, ma'am.
By example, I think so. I have made it very clear. Hare Krishna. I'll end the section now. Any questions or any reflection?